What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we got an email from an individual. We're going to do the name withheld. And he's talking about his kids. Now, I don't have any kids, so he was like, I know you don't have any kids, but this is true. But I'm pretty logical, and I kind of look at things from different angles that a lot of people do, because I like to put myself in other people's shoes. So he's talking about basically he has suffered from addiction. It was an addiction to meth. He sold things, he stole things, he made up illnesses, he basically lied to family members, and he was smoking and snorting meth. He wasn't shooting it. So I'm not sure if there's a different, I never did meth. So eventually he just had enough and he never touched it again. He gave it up. So he was stayed true to his word. Now he has 2 little girls that he says means everything to him. He said the cliche is true, and some parents say everything they do is for their kids. He said the youngest one worries him so much, though. She's just like me. All of a sudden, all of her personality traits, etc., etc. He said, how can I possibly be someone she can look up to and respect if I tell her about the things I've done? I didn't listen when I was her age. So, okay, here's the deal. I don't know how old they are, but at a certain age, I don't know how young is too young, but I would say that I was probably about 13 or 14 before I really started thinking for myself as far as could comprehend some of the adult things that were going on. I had an older cousin, Christopher, who passed away, where I've talked about him in videos, who would kind of buffer information to me because he was older, so he understood stuff. So if I had a question, I'd be like, what about this? And he'd be like, okay, this is the situation, this is what this is. So Christopher was able to buffer that information and get it to me, and so I could understand it. But no, I mean, I think you should absolutely tell your daughter. I think you should absolutely explain the situation and say, here's the deal. Like, first of all, there has to be a reason why you did it. Nobody gets addicted to these hardcore drugs, and I speak from experience, unless there was an issue to begin with that you're running away from. So you're medicating yourself from something, for whatever the case may be. It may at first just be to get high because you like the way it feels, but again, that high feeling, you realize, like, you want the high feeling, you have a couple beers and a shot of tequila. You don't fucking smoke meth or fucking snort meth. So when you cross that line, you're medicating something that's a deeper underlying reason that you need to figure out for yourself. Hopefully you've dealt with that. Because of the fact that you're still clean, you've probably dealt with it at some point or some way, shape, or form. But if not, get into therapy and deal with that shit now, because that's what you're going to have to bring to your daughter to explain why you did what you did. You can't just say, I did meth and I quit. Don't do it. It's bad. I mean, the kids are not fucking stupid. There's blanks that they're going to want filled in. And the thing is, like, you as the person being addicted, the blanks may not be filled in for you, but you don't give a shit because you're just happy to be clean. So you may say, it doesn't matter, like, whatever. But the kids are going to be like, well, why did you do that, Dad? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why would you even try it? It's so bad for you. When you get into the fact that, well, this happened to me and I was in so much pain. And sometimes when you're in so much pain, you just want to be out of pain. And then you say something like, remember when you skinned your knee? Yeah, like, whatever. Like, imagine, a million times that. Like, you get down and explain it to them. They're fucking people. They're human beings. They will understand if you explain it to them on a level that they'll understand it. But if you just throw shit at them like, I did meth, don't do it, it's bad for you, she's not going to fucking listen to you. That's what those people in school did. They had the guys come in and say, the professors or whatever, wearing the fucking sweater vest, being like, don't do drugs, be cool, stay in school, don't drink and drive. We were like, fuck you, I'm going to go drink and drive right now, I'm fucking 16 years old, fuck you, I'm going to go do drugs. Like, that's how we were, because no one was explaining it to us. Now, however, this has nothing to do with drugs and stuff. We had a Holocaust survivor named Mr. Eichenbaum come to our school my senior year. And Mr. Eichenbaum, when he did his presentation, it was in our classroom. It was a small, very intimate kind of setting. He showed us his tattoo on his arm, his tattoo from the Nazis, from Auschwitz. And he talked about things, and he was very, very descriptive, very blunt, very emotional. Like, he showed something that those guys on the stage telling us to stay away from drugs didn't show us. He showed us a complete story, a complete emotion, everything that came along with it. And to this day, at 39 years old, I remember that like it was yesterday. We were seniors in high school, and I don't know, when the last time you guys, or if there's any seniors that watch this, when's the last time a senior class, anybody saw the fucking boys in the senior class cry? Okay? Let's face facts. 2015, boys don't sit around in fucking class and cry. It's just how it is. However, our class was full of fucking tears, from the captain of the football team all the way to the fucking captain of the basketball team, whatever. All these jocks, these hardened guys, these big tough guys, everybody was filled with tears because of the impact that this guy had. Mr. Eichenbaum telling us about, what had happened to him, what had happened to his family, the fucking atrocities that he had seen. It was real, but it was not sugarcoated. It wasn't told to us like, I was in Auschwitz, don't fucking be mean to other people. It wasn't that. It was everything that came along with it. So you have to be kind of animate and integrate real life and really show emotion and explain to them, and explain to them from beginning to end, this is why, and this is, and I'm still messed up because of it today, and I fight with it today because, you can't be Superman at this point. At this point, if you're going to tell them about that, you got to let them know that you have weaknesses, and it's okay to have weaknesses, and you have to work on them. Like, you have to be honest with these kids for them to understand. I really believe that. You don't have to be graphic. Like, you don't have to tell them that fucking, I snorted and had a bloody nose for 40 days. You don't have to do shit like that, but you have to get your point across, and you have to give them that respect of being able to understand, but that little bit of shock value in there too that really makes them go, holy shit, but not so over the edge that they go, this is bullshit. As far as her having your traits and stuff, here's the deal. Both of my parents, my mom's still now to this day, heavy smokers. Okay? My aunt, uncles, smokers. My cousins who are my age, a little bit younger, smokers. All smokers. Me and my brother never fucking smoked a cigarette in our entire fucking lives. Ever. Not one. Not even tried it. So genetically, our personalities are like them. Genetically, our genes are like them to be addicted to that same type of drug that they're all addicted to. And nature versus nurture. Our nature was obviously to be addicted towards that. We were nurtured towards too, but my brother and I both made the decision for ourselves because we fucking hated the smell of it and thought it was disgusting to never do it. So is your daughter automatically going to follow in your footsteps? No. But you have to give her all the information. Me and my brother both understood, fuck, it's not just cancer. Look at this other shit. And that stuff impacted us. Like the people with the voices like this, they have to cover the hole while they talk. Like all that shit fucking affected me like crazy. Like that graphic fucking real stuff. And that's how it's going to have to be. But just because you did something doesn't mean that she's going to do something later on in life because of the fact that, it's genetic. But here's the deal. If she's going to do it, she's going to do it. She might as well have all the information from you, the real story, and everything that she needs to make a fucking decision that is 100% based on information and fact, than rather have some kind of bullshit go on or her not know and make the decision anyways based on the fact that something that could have stopped her. People have their own minds, and kids grow up to have their own decisions and decide what they're going to do. And she's going to do what she's going to do. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say, what you like. There's going to come a point where you no longer matter your opinion, okay? But the bottom line is you need to give them all the information and treat them like real fucking people and that they understand so they can make decisions based on their own. So I feel for you because I don't really know what it's like to have kids, but the bottom line is not everybody's going to turn out exactly like you, even if they're your genetics. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog. It's the Be Honest Bicep, and we're out.